everyone, welcome back to a Nature Hates You update.
Why are you always wearing black? What is it with you and this death fixation?
Nature Hates You is the short film that my wife Katie and I are working on. The current estimated release is still around Halloween, so I think we're doing pretty good in terms of time at the moment. If you haven't seen our first update video, I highly recommend checking that out. We actually have a website where you can access all of our updates for this short film. I'll put the link to that in the video description. In terms of work update right now, I've completed all of the hard surface or set modeling, all of our props, all of our sets. I've modeled out Maya. Next up, I am just starting to dip my toe into character modeling, and I hope to have that done by the end of the month, fingers firmly crossed. I'm pretty excited about this short, but it's difficult to find time or energy to work on it right now. As you may or may not know, I work professionally on animated films currently. In the past VFX films, I'm a matte painter. You've probably seen a fair few of the movies I've worked on. At work right now, I'm filling a couple different roles, and it's made me very exhausted by the time I get home. So it's been hard to find the gumption to do so. Also, like, if we're being completely honest, emotionally, especially this week, it has been very difficult to even find the will to work on art. It's like with my headspace right now, it's been the constant battle of feeling like the world is just kind of a terrible, awful, nasty place, and feeling like, you know, I'm just telling stories, like I'm just making pretty pictures, I'm just trying to connect with people through my films, and I'm not really doing anything to make the world better. Objectively, I guess, like, you know, of course there's the counter argument of, well, maybe your stories can be something positive, maybe they can bring positive messages to the people who see it. It's just been a week of feeling futile, and I'm not really gonna go into it. Like, I don't know, if you watch the news at all, then you're probably aware of some of the awful going on in the world at the moment. It's just, I don't know. We still haven't re-recorded the audio like we planned to.
With all the horror that's going on in the world, what difference does it make?
This process is very difficult and very long, and it's sort of leading me to re-examine my entire approach. I don't know if in the future I'm even going to do fully animated shorts. I might just focus on what my strengths are and make something a bit more akin to like maybe like a motion comic sort of a thing with voice acting and camera movements and things like that, because it is impossible for me to fill in a high quality way every area of the pipeline. And I have friends who can help me, certainly, but unfortunately they are friends I've made working professionally, so they're usually from my same department, so they know how to do all the things I know how to do. I need to make friends with some riggers, I need to make friends with some animators, yeah, and then I need to inspire them to be like, yeah, I'll give up some of my free time to work on your little silly movie. I want to be producing maybe more than one short film a year. We've already substantially cut back on our YouTube channel, so it would be good to have something else. You know, I have so many stories to tell, and I feel like I'm telling them in slow motion. You run the risk when a project stretches on for so long is you lose that initial burst, that initial inspiration. It's sort of like when you do a very quick sketch of something and it's got so much life and vivacity, but then let's say you paint on top of that sketch, you really render it out, it can become very easy for your final painting to look very solid and lacking in movement and motion and life. From a filmic standpoint, you know, your initial idea, your initial script, your initial storyboards, they're going to be full of exploding idea. You're exploring the idea and it's exciting. But, you know, a year later, you're still plodding away on this thing. All of that energy has just been like sucked down the drain. I need to find a faster workflow for me personally. Either that or I need to rescale my ideas, which is also a possibility. So as you can see, from an emotional standpoint, from a physical standpoint, I have been really kind of struggling to stay on top of things. However, I have more or less stayed on top of things. And I have kind of accomplished what I had set out to do for the amount of time between last video and this video. I might not be the best person to talk about the short right now, so I'm going to hand you over to Katie, who is our producer on this thing. Without further ado, what are you excited about in terms of Nature Hates You?
I think just how it has like two different worlds kind of like just starting to kind of intertwine. Just like a little tiny hint of it basically. And always female everyone is always positive and wonderful and needed. Female characters being like the forefront of everything is super exciting.
So you designed a lot of characters and sets and things for the movie. What's your favorite among the things you designed?
Well, I love Natalia. She's super cute. Like, she's just adorable. And I went through a couple different phases with her. When we finally figured something out, it was just like that, like, she's perfect feeling that I think we had. So that was good. And she has cool hair.
Hey, thanks for watching that video. If you liked what you saw, give us a like. If you didn't, don't.
Hi, I'm Josh Evans.
Cotton candy is very dangerous.